It is Friday morning, top of the morning to everybody. It is morning, but not too early. It is 10:30 right now. Got about 30 minutes before lunch. Haven't had anything to eat yet today. Woke up this morning, 193 pounds, so decently heavy for me. And I'm not in a room, so I've just been going around giving breaks to everybody. And we have 17 operating rooms at the hospital I work at, so trying to make sure all of them run efficiently. Not really my job in particular to make sure all 17 are running properly, but trying to help out with all the rooms can be a lot. And I'd rather be in a room, to be honest, just like to make for an easier day, I feel like, most of the time, as long as you get a good crew together. But that's what we got this morning. Be walking you guys through an arm day later, and I'll be taking you guys through my meals of what I'm eating today. Haven't had anything yet, just coffee. Cheers to everybody. Hope everybody's doing well, and a beautiful Friday on our hands. Beautiful Friday, nice out, chilling on the patio. Let me show you guys. I was gonna show you guys a view, but there's really not a view to look at, to be honest. Yeah, I'll see you guys for the meals. Peace. Yo, what up? I just woke up from the nap a little bit ago. Hopped out of the shower, got a package delivered, got some new shoes. Bang. These boys, pretty fire. And let me show you guys what I got for the meal, okay? Pre-workout meal, a little bit of protein, a go-to yogurt, and we got a banana, and then 6 grams of L-citrulline and some creatine. That's what we're going with. All right, while this is on my mind, I want to try to get this thought out, and it's a particular reason that I enjoy and love going to the gym. And there's a few reasons, and that the first that comes to mind, obviously it releases endorphins. That's cool, biological. We know everybody knows that it's good for you to go work out, right? That's a good thing. Number 2, though, that I think of pretty consistently is that it brings you into the present moment, which I really enjoy. And it blocks out like everything else that's going on. Like there could be a fucking war outside of the gym. And if I have my headphones or if I'm just like dialed into the workout, like nothing else really matters. And that's one of many reasons that I enjoy going to the gym, because if you're doing it properly, not even if you're doing it properly, but like if you're in the middle of the set, obviously you can't be doing a hard set and not thinking about the set. So that's kind of bringing you into the present moment, because you have to have your breathing dialed in if you're going to be going for, let's say, a heavy set. And then the intensity of the workout obviously has to be there. But like the last thing, so obviously you're taking a little bit of time in between your sets, right? So those are when like other thoughts can like come into the workout and whatnot. But if you are, if you're dialed in with your mind-muscle connection and you're listening to your muscles during your workout, trying to figure out when the best time is for those muscle groups to particularly hit the set, it doesn't leave a lot of time for outside thought to get in before you need to go and hit your next set. And then that's bringing you back into the present. So I feel like each set kind of brings you back into it, you know what I'm saying? Pull-ups, push-ups, planks, band work. Band work will help with the shoulders, and then some rolling out. But I don't know, definitely not something I need to do per se, but it just gets me in the mood to lift. So that's what we're going with. That's what we're sticking with. First 5 to 10 minutes on this guy, and then we're gonna go start arms. Ooh. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. It's going to be a dumbbell based workout, dumbbell and barbell based. 45 minutes, supersets, going pretty hard. What do I want to start with? All right, one of my favorite bicep exercises, single arm preacher curls. That's what we're starting with. Going to go pretty heavy. Just, I don't know, break down the biceps, get a pump going. Whew. Ooh. Ah. Oh my God. Yeah, first set, feeling it. Oh. Oh. Ah. I don't know what's going on. I feel kind of strong. Another privilege of having the gym open, guys. Like, obviously working here, cables open, can't help but get a pump going. Should probably start the workout getting a pump in the rear delts. We'll get that going in a second. All right, so I'm thinking we're gonna keep the workout pretty basic. We're gonna be doing heavy biceps, and I think for triceps, we're just gonna be doing skull crushers, heavy skull crushers. Shoulders are to be determined, okay? Okay, so we're not gonna be supersetting bis and tris all that much, but we're gonna be supersetting biceps with shoulders and then triceps with shoulders. It's my idea right now. Where the workout takes me, I don't know. One of probably my favorite bicep exercise right here, multiple reasons. So I don't wanna go over it with something this heavy, but like, I need to grab some 30s. I'll go over how I like to do these in a second. Starting with the angle of the wrist though, okay? So like, if I let the dumbbell go into my fingertips on the stretch on the way down, stretches right here a little bit more, pretty hard to do. And with 50 is definitely hard to do, but I can also like curl my wrist in like I have it right now, go to right there, still get a stretch and pull up. Like either way, oh, still feels freaking great. And another thing, like when you're going for the contraction, okay? So like when you're going for the contraction, I like visualizing like my pinky touching the outside of my shoulder. Maybe not that dramatic, but like a little slight bend to it, you know what I'm saying? Just a sec. Not gonna show it because obviously you can't show everything that you see in the gym or everything you see in public. There's this girl over there working out and just dislocated her shoulder doing skull crushers. Ask me if that's gonna stop the pump, guys. Get the triceps going a little bit. On to the third side of this guy. And give myself a little bit of a break, so we're gonna grab the other 50 rear delts. You guys have to decide whether you wanna pull out or to your hips, and then also like if you wanna dangle the dumbbell to your thumb or not. Not much of a rear delt pump yet, but we'll get there, you know, probably be like 2 more sets, I would imagine. And when I'm first starting out, a lot more of a range of motion in comparison to towards the end of the workout when I already have a pump. Once I have a pump going, it's like I hardly have to even move my shoulders or the dumbbells to get a contraction where I want it. Come on. Oh my God. All right, I'm gonna do one that's straight on so you guys can see kind of where I want to be pulling from. All right, so guys, this is the thing about arm day. We're gonna be basically constantly moving, okay? The only little break I'll be taking is to rearrange the camera because I wanna get all the sets in here that I'm doing. Sets and reps. Even though, I don't know, I was gonna say, like I don't put all the sets and reps on here or on YouTube, but
Second set of rear delts. Fourth set here, starting to get a pretty good pump in the biceps. And I don't know, obviously we got a lot more rear delts to throw in. And skull crushers as well. This is gonna be the main bicep movement though. Main bicep movement for the day. Probably throwing some hammers as well. The whole dumbbell section of the gym is open right now. That's why I love Friday nights, guys. Get in there, baby. So this is what I wanted to show though, guys. So like when I'm pulling from right here. And I don't know if you can really determine where you squeeze that hard or not. But like, especially when I'm stretching, like right there. That's what I'm focusing on. I can't be talking while trying to do supinated curls with 50s. With single arm preachers. I'm strong, not that strong though. How many sets with those? I just want to give you guys a different angle so I can show you where I'm pulling. This set in particular, I'm going to bring to my hips. Dangling as well, dangling towards the thumbs. So I feel like originally when I'm doing my rear delts, I'm always pulling out to the sides. And some people do pull to their hips. I just feel like I end up feeling it more in my back or like my lats, so I don't tend to do it as much. How many exercises are we going to do for the rear delts? I don't know yet. Adjust these to where you want them. You know what we need to set up. Whenever you're doing skull crushers, figure out where you want the stretch to be. Whether you want to come down, touch your nose, eyes, back of the head. Maybe not back of the head, that'd be a little bit excessive, but you get the gist. Also, whenever you're doing these, I like retracting my scapula. I'm not saying you have to, but just telling you guys what I do. Ooh. Watch me dislocate my shoulder now. Wouldn't even be funny. Ooh. What are we gonna throw in here? A little superset with the dips. Basically just touch my hips, plant my hands, pressure on the palms, and I'm not really focusing on the stretch all too much. But like the squeeze in particular, I want to make sure I get the squeeze like just right. Try to emphasize it. Pausing at the top, and just don't go down too fast. Obviously, I could do 100 of these if I really was just cranking them out. It's not the point of the exercise though. Are we gonna let the bicep pump slip away? No. Although guys, I probably should go lighter at this point in the workout. We just won't go down as far. If I'm doing 50s, I need to stop with the supination. I need to go more towards a hammer curl. Hammer curls are a little bit easier to do. So right now, supersetting basically everything. The only thing I haven't been adding in yet is the width of the biceps or side delts or front delts. So we got to hit all those still. What up, dog? Hey. Need to raise these up a bit. Try to get a different squeeze. For this workout in particular, I don't know, our breaks have probably been maybe 20, 30 seconds a piece, just because we're supersetting 3 different muscle groups. So whenever I'm working one, the other 2 are getting a rest. Ooh. Ooh. So I'll tell you guys my goal when I was coming over here. It was basically like, I want to hit 4 heavy sets of the single arm preachers for the main workout for the biceps. 4 sets of skull crushers, pretty heavy skull crushers as well. And then the rest of what I'm doing, guys, is up to my discretion. Mainly just getting a pump, mainly just doing it for fun. Also, maybe one other thing you guys can think of when you're doing dips in particular is trying to point your elbows straight back rather than like letting them flare to the sides. Now, obviously some flaring to the sides is going to happen. It's inevitable. One other thing I was thinking for working on the peak, concentration curls, or do I want to switch it up and go to hammers? I think we're going to start adding some hammers in here. Over under 20. You know, now thinking about it, guys, I said over under, so what's a push? Fuck me. 3rd set of skull crushers, and also, actually, I'll just say when I'm laying down. So for hand placement, right? Some people like to have it on the outside. Not me, all right? I like going right to the inside on the easy bar. That's where I'm pressing from. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. 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 I feel like my biceps are pretty shot at this point. And I've literally only been working with 50s. I think this is the first time I've ever picked a single weight for dumbbells and finished a bicep workout. Yeah, I don't know. It's finished, right? What's finished? What we haven't hit so far, front delts or side delts. And that's what we're about to do. We're going to start on front delts, just doing some presses. And when I'm doing these, guys, I don't always go all the way up. Mainly just go all the way up for Arnold's. But like when I go up, probably stopping once I get the dumbbell past my head, trying to keep the tension on the front delt is the goal. Those feel so weird after having a bicep pump. I feel like when I go down right here, my biceps just want to like spring up. I have this idea in my head that in order to get the deepest stretch possible, I want to touch the dumbbell to the outside of my shoulder. But that's, I think, like in general is a pretty good rule. Like doesn't always apply. Like right there, in order to get all the way down to touch it, I feel like I had to twist my wrist a little bit, and it started hurting a little bit, you know? And if something is ever hurting, or if a movement is ever hurting, either go lighter, fix your form, or don't do the exercise. One of 3 options. Rear delts, can't get enough of them. That's how I can tell my rear delts aren't pumped up enough. Too much of a movement for me right there, in comparison to like where I want to be towards the end of my workout. Last set of skull crushers. The last set, try to make it the best set. Hopefully, I think I've done 8 for all of my sets so far. This is going to be the 4th one. I want to try to go for 12 if I can. Try to go a little bit faster just because I want to get more reps. maybe slightly less control. Got the reps in there. Definitely not my best set. Like just because you got more reps doesn't mean it was your best set. Just depends on like how much you feel the set. This is going to be basically it for triceps though. Another set of dips, probably some single arm push downs as well for isolation. Probably should do a little bit of single arm work, but haven't done any of these, haven't done any ropes yet. As soon as I can't extend my elbows all the way and get a squeeze, kind of what I'll call it. Although, like these are going to be way easier to do. So we'll just switch up right here. Going pretty light. I feel like it's always easier to extend doing single arms than ropes or like a metal handle. How many different metal handles are there though, you know? I don't know what every handle's name is. All right, let's see if we can get a heavy set of curls in. Same weight we were doing for skull crusher. It's going to be a little bit of a swing to these. Not the best set by any means, right? But not every set has to be the best set, guys. You don't have to have the best workout. You don't need to have an optimal workout. You just need to get your ass in the gym. That's funny. I said no more 50s, and the weight I was about to grab was 50s. A little bit more side delta and rears. Mainly through with the workout at this point. Another heavy set, here we come. Roughly 40 minutes of supersets so far for this workout. We're going to put the weights away, take a few, I don't know, like a 3-4 minute break, and we'll do probably one big superset to end it. I also want to show you guys a quick little workout that I love doing. And I don't know what it is about it, and I don't usually do them with 45s. I'm not even going to do them. I'm just going to show you guys, okay? So grip them where you usually do, and then keep it supinated in front of you, and just keep your, I'm gonna get some 25s so I can actually do them real quick. All right, so just like when I'm doing single arm preachers, and I say if you let the dumbbell go towards your fingers or like fall into your fingers, you'll get a better stretch. Kind of the same idea here, okay guys? So grab these wherever you want them, keep it supinated the entire time. and just straight up. And it's just like a good mix up from using dumbbells. But purposely, you know, as I'm doing these, purposely letting my wrist dangle. Not to the point where it hurts or anything like that, but definitely, I don't know, letting the weight fall into my fingertips basically as far as I can. Am I gonna waste my time going and walking for 25-pound dumbbells right now? No. All right, guys, that's basically the workout. Like my arms are pumped up. Feel pretty good. I've worked them pretty hard. Everything besides the shoulders. Like, haven't destroyed my shoulders for the workout, but definitely have a good pump going. Also, when you're doing these guys, or if you do them, you don't have to dangle the weight if you don't want to. Or if you just feel it, like if you feel it in your wrist and it doesn't feel good, don't do them. Same thing applies with basically every exercise. If it doesn't feel good to you, don't do it.
It's a beautiful morning, no wind, probably like 60 some degrees out. Ended up going to have a fire last night and drinking a few brews.